3 for Kiwian, aka Top, and he managed to take it. MC was pretty recently fresh back into the scene, but here we are. It's a best of 9. He's under the ID Alarak, but spotting up in the top right-hand side of the map, it's MC the Boss Toss. And his opponent spawning in the left-hand side of Automaton, it's Kiwian, aka Top. So these two guys, both streamers actually. Well, I'm not sure if we can class MC as a full-on streamer, but he's just, he's really just the Boss Toss, streaming occasionally, playing a bit of Starcraft 2 again. The reason why I said, alright, we gotta have a rematch between these two, was because I didn't see the match, but I checked the results. MC beat Zest in a PvP, and I thought, well, if he's beaten Zest, we'll see what form he's in to go up against someone like Kiwian. It was just a best of 1, but that result alone made me be like, alright, we gotta have this rematch. I'm also noticing a couple follows coming on in. Thank you so much, guys, for supporting that channel. The goal is to fill up that bar by the end of the month. So far, oh my god, MC being a bit of a pain. Look at that. That was beautiful. Top pulling off 3 SCVs. I was wondering about that, but no, one goes out to scout, one goes to chase the probe, and one relieves the building SCV. That was actually beautiful. That was like a flower spreading or whatever, but now, yeah. Everything just being produced. MC, the last series, for those of you that don't remember, was a bit scrappy. These guys, they were dealing a lot of strong blows towards each other. This game, MC's opening up with a Cyber Core before Nexus, whether that's just his personal preference to be safe. But oh, look at this. MC does want to get up a Nexus. Top, though, comes in with his SCV. Does not delay it, though. Maybe he will. Yeah, he does confirm that the Nexus goes up. Doesn't block it. Of course, you never know, but that Nexus is now on the way. And that's a good scout for Top. Seeing that's on the way, doesn't have to worry about an extra gateway being hidden out on the map or anything like that. And then just a factory on the way. So yeah, both these guys playing just event, getting up their expands, getting up everything else. MC's S probe is going to run right on in here, try and get a scout. And there's actually no supply depot up in position just yet. Oh, actually gets up right in his face there. Gonna go right to being a nuisance. Reaper does have to come back to deal with his probe. No way. No way. Okay, that STV does stay alive. Now that Reaper, so it was pulled back a little bit, and the first Adept is moving across the map. It's important to remember that MC opened up with a Cyber Core first, so this first Adept is out very, very quick here. That Reaper gonna dive back on into the main base single-handedly. It cannot take on that Adept. Command Center actually gonna be delayed a little bit here. Oh, look at this. Top, he's swapping over his factory, making double Hellion to deal with this Reaper. Now, this will eventually be able to shoo this Adept back. However, this is a nice delay for MC, literally just by making an Adept and walking it across the map. Another Adept's coming on down, and I'm actually not sure on the math on this. Personally, I know that, of course, one Hellion or 2 Hellions in a Reaper can take on 1 Adept, but how about 2? Now the Marine's also going to be in here, so we'll see. Other Adept is coming on in here for MC, going to trade out with one of those Hellions, going to try and shade away, gets the Reaper as well, and it is just going to shade on out. It's going to try and focus down the Marine, but those guys do trade on out there. Hellion and a Reaper for an Adept. That's a pretty alright trade for MC, actually, I believe. Now MC, he's going to be facing some aggression as Top. While all this was going on, he proxied his starport. Oracle is on the way for MC, as he did go for that pretty standard follow-up. Now, he came on in, he delayed the command center a little bit, but this aggression is going to be hitting him hard in a second. These Hellions are going to be going to the back of his base, and what does he have in position to deal with this? And the answer is not much. He's moving out with 3 Adepts right now. He doesn't quite catch the Hellion. He's got another Oracle on the way, but he could be about to take a lot of probe damage. Top, loading up these 3 Hellions. It would have been 4 if he didn't kill that, but still, 3 Hellions in an unprotected mineral line is a lot of damage. There's literally just 1 Stalker to help deal with this. MC's up on workers for now, so Top needs to get a bit of damage done. Top also losing a few of his own SCVs to this Oracle. Oracle goes down on this side of the map though, and suddenly a lot of probes are starting to die. MC warping in another Stalker. 8 probes have died so far. The Stalkers are focusing down. These Hellions are doing their best, but 10 probes have died so far. These Hellions, they need to go down, but Top has gotten so much damage done. The last Hellion gets on out of there, but MC, he took some pretty big damage, and Top really evens things up there in the worker count. 30 to 29 SCVs, and MC, he had a pretty healthy lead before that happened. He also lost his Oracle. And now Stim is on the way for top. Top currently just on 1 barracks, actually. So he's going to have Stim, but not necessarily a lot of units. MC, is he going to shade on in here? Oh my god, he is, but there's 2 Widow Mines. The Oracle flying on in, but that can eat the Widow Mine as well. That goes horribly for MC. All 3 mines getting a kill. That was 1 unit dead. These Widow Mines getting a lot of damage done. Now MC, he's got 2 Stalkers moving across the map. He's going to pick off this Hellion, which is nice, but the damage he took there, he delayed his tech to go for a small little push like that. He has nothing else on the way. He's getting up another Oracle, I guess, because he feels you need that map control and vision. But look at this, Kiwian repairing his Widow Mines. MC cannot push in. Got to be very careful. He's got more Stalkers popping out. Maybe he's going to reveal these Widow Mines. That would be a nice move, but there's going to be a bunker and there's going to be Stim pretty soon here. He may be able to get a mine, but look at that nice lift up into the Medivac by Kiwian. And now, yeah, MC, I don't think he can break this, so he is sort of throwing up a 3rd base begrudgingly. But a siege tank is on the way, so tank production beginning for Kiwian. He's got Stim, and he's already got Medivac production, so while he's not going to have a ton of bio, he's going to have a pretty strong amount. And as a result, how's MC going to deal with this? He's just getting up his Twilight Council. He doesn't even have any sentries or anything warped in to be building up energy, so it's literally just 10 Stalkers. I imagine he's going to get Blink. He actually goes double Twilight Council right next to each other, so maybe he wants to get his Charge and Blink simultaneously. This is interesting. I don't think there's a chance that's a mistake. So maybe he does just want to get out both of his upgrades at the same time. Since it's MC, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Resonating Glaives, but generally you do want Charge and Blink. And here comes Top. He loaded up those mines into that Medivac. They're going to be looking for some damage. There's 3 Stalkers in the main base, but how is MC going to react? Stalkers coming in and mines are dropping. MC is not reacting, and oh no, probes are going to be dying. So many probes die. 8 workers go down to those Widow Mines, so a nice bit of damage done by Kiwian. MC, he's got his Stalkers out on the map. He's got his Oracle still moving around, but a fair bit of damage gets done there. They are even on workers. MC's getting into Blink. He did get that double Twilight Council, and there we go, researching Charge while this is going on. And Charge is actually going to be so important for him because he doesn't have, say, Colossus tech on the way. He's only going to have Charge and Blink. And Blink on its own cannot deal with large amounts of bio. Charge, maybe you can. It really comes down to the engagement. Now, I'm not sure Kiwian's going to be giving MC the time of day, though. He's starting to move across the map. He is revealed, so that may stall his move out perhaps, but no, loading up into this Medivac. There we go. Yeah, he is seeing that he's revealed, but loads up some Marines into that Medivac. MC should know about that drop. He's getting up 6 more gateways. He's going to be on 10 gateways on a 3-base economy, so MC, he's getting up a Stasis Ward as well. Oh, he's trying to bait Kiwian. Oh, and he actually gets him into the Stasis Ward. They're fantastically done, and that's going to delay the push. That's buying MC a lot of critical time for these gateways to get up, for Charge to get in. Oh, the Oracle, though, is going to go down. Yeah, MC not reacting in time. And MC, he needs to build up a good amount of gateway units to deal with this. He's got a ton of Stalkers now, and he's warped in 5 sentries while this has been going on. And the Stalkers, they can definitely poke and prod on this army, but the army supply for top is very scary. However, this is a healthy amount of Stalkers, and this isn't an extreme amount of bio, it's a healthy amount, but Stalkers, they can whittle this army down as time goes on. Observer getting nice vision, but oh man, this drop for Kiwian getting into the main base, and suddenly what does MC have to deal with it? Warping in 1 or 2 Zealots, but it's not enough. He's warping 5 more Zealots in order to deal with this. Meanwhile, his Stalkers actually engaging, picking off a tank and a Widow Mine, forcing Kiwian back. He's got to be careful not to overextend, though. There's Widow Mines. His army is eating those mine shots, and these Stalkers are suddenly in a lot of trouble. Sentries and Guardian Shields going down. Zealots are closing the distance, but on this side of the map, 12 probes have gone down as the drop continues on into the natural base. Kiwian getting a nice bit of damage done right now. These Stalkers, they managed to push the army back on the front, but we can tell by the supply that MC's in a lot of trouble. He's got some Zealots down here. He's got some Stalkers in his main base. He just needs to deal with this drop. But Kiwian, while his army was pushed back, he got some fantastic damage done with this. Looks like this drop will be shut down for good. But Kiwian already queuing up another drop. Is MC going to be ready for that? Kiwian actually scanned to see this, and suddenly there's going to be more medivacs moving into the main base. These stalkers and zealots, they're already thinking about the follow-up push, but no, Kiwian going for a drop. MC's got a warp prism though, is actually going to scout this, so he's going to have a bit of a heads up on this. Is he going to react though? Are we going to see anything warping? He's pulling back the rest of his army. Actually, there we go. There's a recall going down now into that main base to help deal with this. Oh wait, where'd the recall go down to? Where'd all those sentries end up? Okay, I guess it was canceled or something. Pardon me, I'm actually not sure what happened there. Now, Kiwian with this nice drop in MC's main base. Looks like his medivacs will be picked off, so this battle will be forfeit. However, we're seeing this army is now streaming towards the third base of MC, and I don't know if he's got an answer to this. More zealots are warping on, and here comes in more units going down, but alright, there we go. Force field's going down, locking this army in. Kiwian is actually going to be forced back. It looks like Warp Prism goes down, so MC no longer has that for any potential counter harassment. And the concern for MC is he doesn't have any upgrades on the way. Kiwian is getting into 1-1. It's really just these gateway units. There's no other tech on the way for MC. He's just been so desperately trying to survive. However, Kiwian is a little bit overextended right now. He's going to be getting forced back. We'll see if MC blinks ahead, and he does pick it off a Marauder or two, chasing this army down. And then all of a sudden, now we see MC. He's just going to be pushing on in here. Zealots and Stalkers are pursuing. I mean, MC, he can maybe snowball this. It's going to be tough to do so, but he is chasing down Kiwian right now. Kiwian, he's forced back. He's stimming his army a lot. And then, alright, all of a sudden... Yeah, there's BO9 set up for Kiwian. MC has got a pretty healthy army supply. He's looking for the third base of Kiwian. Top did get into his third base. Meanwhile, MC back at home getting up a Templar Archives. There's no drops or anything for him to worry about in the meantime. And he's going to push into this third base. He feels like he needs to get something done. And that's probably rightly so. Force fields are going down, locking in this army. The boss toss is pushing on in. However, his zealot numbers are starting to wear thin a little bit. The Stalker's doing the best they can, but I'm not sure they're going to be able to get the command center. Any SCVs would be nice, but the sentries are starting to run on out of energy. But denying the third base is a nice move for MC. Back at home, he is getting up that Psystorm as his next tech, but look at this. Kiwian getting into his 2-2, whereas MC has not started a single forge. He doesn't have any upgrades on the way, and we're already seeing a Ghost Academy on the way for Kiwian to counter potential High Templars, and suddenly for MC, that's making things look not so good. It's 3 base versus 3 base. Not the worst situation in the world, not the best, but yeah, this, like, just the fact that Kiwian is already getting into a Ghost Academy, Mines, Liberators, really the answer to everything that MC could possibly be making at this point. And there's a High Templar or two warping on in, but yeah, this third base, it's going to be getting attacked by MC. He wants to break this, but it looks like he didn't bring in any more reinforcements or anything. This is just sort of like a non-committal push, but he basically just trades off all of his zealots, recalls some of his sentries there. 2 of them do go down, but I guess he does get out with those units. Alright, we're seeing a drop go down at MC's third base. Probes are being pulled, so he's managing to react to this one. Zealots are going to take one for the team. Probes can get back to mining. However, now Kiwian, he's going to be crossing the map with a vengeance with all of this bio. Now, that being said, here comes in Kiwian. He doesn't have any ghosts with this army yet. And I mean, he got the Ghost Academy, but doesn't have any ghosts. MC loses 7 probes in the meantime, but there's a good number of High Templar out here for MC. Some in the main base, some towards the third. Kiwian, he sees the High Templar, and we'll see if he retreats or commits. These High Templar moving forward. 1 Psystorm going down. And we'll see what's Kiwian going to do. He's moving into the main base. However, there is High Templar here. Stalkers are already in position. These High Templar, they can storm. They're already dropping storms on themselves. Everything's unloading for Kiwian. These Stalkers need to get into position to deal with this. So, however, 25 probes have died while this has gone down. Liberator dealing tons of damage to MC. And suddenly the boss toss is in a world of trouble. These medivacs can always boost on out for Kiwian. MC needs to blink after those if he can, but he doesn't. And suddenly there's a push towards his third base. Even a Widowmine in there. 29 probes have gone down. It's looking pretty good for Kiwian in this game so far. Supply, it's actually still not that far apart. MC's only got 33 workers to his name. He will clean up this Liberator, but Kiwian's going to be heading into his own, going to be having his 2-2 tech. He's on 3 bases as the Terran player, which is relatively comfy, and MC has just taken too much damage this game. He's going to be moving across the map. He's really going to be going for it, it looks like. Marine going to sort of tip MC off about this, but he's going to be pushing in basically with just majorly gateway units versus a 2-2 Terran, and that is never a good thing for the Protoss player right now. Kiwian, he's got a beautiful defensive setup, tons of Widow Mines in position. MC is just spilling forward a little bit right now. He's got to do something. He should have some High Templar crossing the map. There is a few ghosts out. That may be all that Kiwian needs. Some Zealots are getting picked off. MC's going to need fantastic control here. Storm goes down, gets a pretty decent connection. However, EMPs land on pretty much all the High Templar there. There's one left. He gets off a pretty solid Storm. MC, he's going to need to make a miracle happen. These Archons are going to add a bit of a buffer to this. However, this 2-2 bio makes quick work of them. Widow Mines are in position. MC blinks back with one of them. He continues to push, though. All the army supply is relatively even. Another Widow Mine gets a pretty solid connection there. This bio is starting to wear thin. Another High Templar comes forward. There goes it down to Storm. Nicely done. Kiwian knows that he really just needs to hold on while this is going on, but he is losing a few workers. Another High Templar comes forward. MC's looking for whatever he can get. We're going to need to see that High Templar drop a Storm as soon as he can before he gets taken out by that Liberator. Stalker's actually picking off this Liberator right now. However, it pretty much is just Stalkers. More Zealots are coming forward. Stalkers are doing the best they can. These Zealots are going to wrap around, catch a Marauder here. It really is just these Stalkers, though, for the damage in this army. Zealots are going to try and connect. SCVs are being pulled, so MC's getting a fair bit of damage done right now. However, he doesn't have that much reinforcement-wise. Stalkers are being forced to retreat back, and back at home, he hasn't been probing. He hasn't been getting up anything else. He was desperately trying to kill Kiwian, but it looks like Kiwian has enough to hold on here. Some more High Templar coming forward. Some good Storms could be possible, but it's looking like there's just not going to be enough for MC. Last Storm's going down. GG, Kiwian takes the first map. Oh my god, that game, guys. Good morning. I'm awake after that. That was an insane game number 1. MC already picking the next map. It's going to be Parasite. But man, that was such an insane first map. Thanks so much to everyone for tuning on in today. If you guys were just tuning on in during that last game, that was fantastic. But no, thanks so much to everyone for tuning into this match. All right, we'll get on into the next map. But no, that was a fantastic first game between those two, but eventually Kiwian does win out. Hope I didn't just throw my voice out after that first game. That was like 15-20 minutes of non-stop talking. Bertman, how am I feeling? Oh, I'm feeling pretty great. This is going to be this is already starting to be a great show match. If you guys are enjoying the matches, you can always check me out on Twitter and YouTube. That's where the VOD will be uploaded. That's where I tweet out all my Starcraft stuff. And then, yeah, also feel free to follow the channel. But no, thanks so much to everyone tuning on in today. Of course, guys, these matches would not be possible without the support of Matcherino, and really through Matcherino, you guys. So feel free to check out that. You can always grab the replays for this tournament and support it that way. You can use the code. If you have a Twitter account, you can add a significant amount to the prize pool, which really helps fund these events, which makes them possible. But yeah, thanks so much. We're loading into map number 2. All right, but it's a best of 9, and that was just map number 1. But he managed to take it, spawning down the bottom right-hand side of the map. It's Kiwian, aka Top. And his opponent spawning up in the top left-hand side of the map. It is MC the Boss Toss. What a sick game indeed. And now we're going to find out what the next one's going to be. That probe moving out very, very quickly for MC makes me think that this could be that single proxy gateway opening. We'll just have to wait and see if this probe throws up a pylon across the map. I've been experimenting with this build, guys, if this is what MC's going to do. It is such a sick build, but maybe he's not going to do it, and this is just a very early scout, and I should shut up. Yep, he's definitely not doing it. He's just going for a very quick scout. Pretty similar to the last game, I believe, but Top, everything normal for him, but this is one early scout for MC. He likes to harass with that probe, I suppose. Just hanging around for now. So yeah, Probe just hanging around for MC, not even harassing because this SCV is already chasing it. But Barracks gets up, Reaper on the way. Standard Expo build coming out of Kiwian. And then interestingly enough, MC goes for the Cybercore once again. I guess he just likes that early Adept pressure. Probe being a little feisty, but Reaper is going to be on the way, and it'll be out in just a few seconds here. So Probe will have to escape, but Nexus on the way. MC seems to be a stylistic choice that he likes the Cybercore before the Nexus. Of course, isn't too big of a difference in the grand scheme of things. Probe hiding on out, however. Kiwian looking around for it, but not able to find it. And Kiwian, once again, going to be going for a reactor. Keep in mind, guys, that game opened up with a fair bit of Hellion damage from Kiwian, but it really was his harassment that got a fair bit of damage done. Reaper is still hanging on out, but look at this. MC, so ballsy, going for a starport or a Stargate really close to Kiwian's base. The Probe's not coming on in, however, the Adept's crossing the map now. Kiwian is in the dark as to what MC's doing. He's just playing it sort of safe back at home now. This Adept's going to come on in, going to run right into the Reaper. Reaper will get on out. That Shade not able to chase it down. This one SCV going to be in trouble at the natural base. Possibly it will escape, but that starport going to be on the way. So this is actually looking pretty similar to the last game. The difference is Kiwian is the one not proxying and MC is the one proxying. So actually the exact same builds. Now another Hellion coming across the map, and it's actually going to be these Hellions running across the map. 2 Widow Mines already on the way. We'll see if MC really spots this. He chases down the SCV on one side, but he's got to be careful. He's got another Adept moving out, but these 3 Hellions are going to be running right across the map. And what does MC have to answer this? His Oracle's on the other side of the map. Probes are actually going to be in a lot of trouble. MC just has the one gateway, so he's going to have to micro against this, which is never a good thing. Another Adept does pop out, which should help try and deal with this, but 2 Hellions in your mineral line is never a good thing as a Protoss. There we go. One of them goes down. And now suddenly we're going to be seeing that this Oracle is going to be crossing the map. Are there Widow Mines in position for Kiwian? There actually is a ton of Widow Mines in position for Kiwian. There is indeed 4 out in total. There we go. Yeah, there's so many Widow Mines out. MC, I don't think he's going to be able to get a darn thing done with these Widow Mines. There's actually no Medivac on the way for Kiwian either. So he's just made 4 defensive Widow Mines. But mining has been delayed at his natural for a significant amount of time at this point. The Oracles haven't decided to fly on in yet, and look at this MC. He's building up a high count of Oracles. He's going into 3, getting up another gateway that's proxied as well. So really thinking about the pressure in these 2 Adepts. Are they going to shade on in? MC, yeah, those 4 Adepts. Ooh, they get blown up. Oh, but look at that. Oracle flies on in now, actually going to take out 2 of the Widow Mines. So the Adepts actually baited out the mines. That was such a sick play coming out of MC. All these SCVs are suddenly hiding. We'll see if the Oracle can find them. There's another Widow Mine hanging out around there. There's actually so many mines out here, but look at this. Oracle going to be able to pick that off, and suddenly Kiwian doesn't really have anything to answer this. There's another Adept in his base, but oh, if this other Oracle moves on in, MC, he could really actually kill off more SCVs, but as this turret's building, other Widow Mines in position, not able to tag this Oracle. MC's really throwing Kiwian's base into disarray, but here comes in the Cloaked Banshee, and what's there to answer for this for MC? We're going to need to see a shield battery or something start morphing in the main base, but yeah, he doesn't really have an answer to this, and Oracle is coming on home. He's got a Phoenix out as well to shut this down, but he will take a bit of damage. However, he's done his fair share of damage to his opponent. Stalkers, Phoenix, going to clean up that Banshee. And the natural base for Kiwian is finally getting on down. I feel MC could have got more damage done, but make no mistake, he did get a fair bit done just from the nature of those builds. That was an odd build coming out of Kiwian, relying so heavily on the Widow Mines, and MC actually managed to play around them. No stim started for Kiwian just yet, making a fair few Marines, getting up a siege tank, another Banshee on the way. It's possible he's going to be going for something like a stimless push, but look at this. Widow Mine gets lifted on up. MC with his gateway units, with his Oracles, continuously bullying Kiwian. This is such a scrappy series already, guys, but here we see MC. He's pushing on in. He's got a good number of Stalkers right now. There is a large chunk of bile, but there's no stim or anything for it. The tank will be able to get set up, though, and that may be what Kiwian needs to force this back. Looks like another Banshee getting on into the main base, killing off 7 workers in total before it will go down. So Kiwian getting at least a bit of counter damage done, but he's not able to mine it as natural just yet. SCVs are going to try and go down there, but all these stalkers are still hanging on out. This bio is going to be moving on down, may try and catch these units, but this bio doesn't have stim, doesn't have concussive shell, so these units can actually poke and prod a little bit. Meanwhile, MC going double Twilight once again, so looks like he wants to play that sort of charge Blinkstalker, but here comes in another Banshee. There's a shield battery at the natural, but none in the main base. Oracles are going to reveal this Banshee. More Stalkers are being warped in, but Kiwian is getting a fair bit of damage done with this. If these Banshees weren't getting damage done, he would be in a lot of trouble right now. So thank goodness for those Banshees for him. Kiwian, he's yet to start his stim pack though, if we take note. So he really is just going to be committing to this bio, siege tank, banshee push. And we'll see what he's able to get done. Does MC see this? No, it's actually going completely around MC. Phoenix is moving out on the map. Is it going to spot this? Oh, this is actually so important. MC might have caught the tailwind of that. The adept shades on in, but he sees a distinct lack of army. Stalkers are actually maybe going to move on in for MC. He's getting up so much tech back at home, but this push is going to be hitting him hard. There's no stasis wards or anything up. These units are going to be getting caught, but he's got to be thinking, all right, what's going down on this side of the map? I think we're going to need to see a stasis ward or two going on up. These oracles are moving on out. They do see the army. Revelation goes down on it. MC, what's he going to have back at home? His stalkers are actually running all the way back. He's going to try and force a siege on the tanks for now. If we take a look at this, Kiwian's getting up a bunker. Oracle could be, or Phoenix, pardon me, could be useful for lifting up tanks, but Kiwian is really committing to this. This is pretty much all in as it gets. Stimless Terran tanks, bunkers, getting set on up. And look at this, he's actually just planning on slowly pushing into MC. MC, he's got some stalkers. He should probably be trying to catch reinforcements if I had to guess. But an Immortal on the way, charge on the way. He's really waiting for these upgrades. He's got 30 seconds. That's a long time in StarCraft 2 to buy. Looks like he is buying himself a fair bit of time with this Oracle done. MC is actually just going to go for it. Oracles are flying on in. Phoenix coming on in. Should probably be lifting up the tank. Actually going to go after the Banshee. Stalkers trading on out. The siege tanks are getting a good bit of damage done right now. There's not too much bio left over, but keep in mind there's a good number of units in these bunkers. The tanks will all be focused on down, but suddenly MC is being forced back. He's getting up charge now in just a second, but maybe was a little bit preemptive there. He does have these blink stalkers versus non-stimmed bio though, and they can always get something done. The Banshee still being a bit of a pain. MC doesn't have an observer out just yet. Top actually scans in order to look for that potential observer, but suddenly MC, he doesn't have anything to answer this, but it is just one tank. It is just a handful of, or just a bit of stimulus bio right now, so MC is trading out pretty effectively. Immortal's coming forward, wants to get that siege tank, and that's really what MC needs to get. He is going to get the tank, blinks on back, and it looks like that Kiwian's push may be starting to run out of steam. Another tank walks forward though. Is MC just going to commit onto it? And he does, he blinks onto it, but these are full bunkers, so you got to be careful with that. These stalkers are moving on out, going to be catching reinforcements. Meanwhile, back at home, Kiwian, he is just continuously producing marines and tanks, and no stim in sight. It looks like these stalkers going to be overextended a little bit. They will all end up getting cleaned on up. What does MC have back at home? He shut down the bunkers though. He forced Kiwian back, and now he can warp in more units. And as far as tech goes, MC is the one who is ahead. He's got all these stalkers up. Yeah, he's got all these stalkers up with blink. He's got charge. He's getting into his 2-1, so he's got an upgrade lead for now. Kiwian just starting stim pack, realizing that he's not able to take this push further, so he's definitely sort of playing. Yeah, he's just saying, all right, I gotta go back. I gotta get this stim pack up. And then meanwhile, MC just playing with all of his gateway units and everything. Now MC is moving across the map. Kiwian is going to have siege tanks in order to shut this down, throwing up a third base, really just saying, yeah, I got to macro my way out of this. He scans to confirm MC's third base timing, which is a nice find. Meanwhile, a Cloak Banshee going to be coming on in here. What does MC have to answer this? And the answer is actually not much. There's no shield battery in the main base, so these Banshees, the real MVP this game for Kiwian. We're going to be seeing a lot of probes go down. An observer is going to be coming on out, but it's not even being chrono boosted, as I don't think MC has the energy. The stalkers aren't able to push in here or get much done. And suddenly we're seeing 8 probes go down. Oh my god, 9 workers are dying. This observer's taken so long to pop on out here for MC, And just look at this. This Banshee having free reign. 13 probes going to go down before this Banshee gets cleaned on up. And this is absolutely huge. These Stalkers tried to blink into the main base. They're going to be able to trade out a little bit, but not going to find too much. They are then going to have to blink on out. A few of them do go down. Observer going to get scanned. So Kiwian, with that Banshee, with shutting down this bit of counter pressure from MC, he's suddenly not in a bad spot if we look at it. Upgrade-wise, MC's in a pretty good spot. He's already getting up Psystorm. He's getting into his third base, but his economy has taken a beating from these Banshees. I mean, and he's also very oversaturated. Keep in mind, guys, this is a 12-minute game. Both these players really aren't mining off at third base. MC is getting his up, and he's just transferring probes now. Kiwian, he's pretty much mined out in his main base. So he's going to want to get that third up as soon as he can. Now MC, though, getting up Psystorm. Kiwian just building up a lot of bio, no ghosts or anything on the way. It's rather early sort of for his economy to be able to support ghosts. But there goes up the Ghost Academy now. Stalkers are going to blink on into the main base. Once again, going to be able to get the reactor off that starport, which is a nice find. MC dealing a nice blow to the production of his opponent. Stim is done. Stalkers are going to have to run on out. Marauders are going to be trying to pursue these, but MC is going to get away. That's a nice bit of pressure there, shutting down Medivac production, shutting down a bit of that bio production as well. And if we look at the upgrades, MC, he's ahead. He'll be ahead for the foreseeable future, that's for sure. So he's got that going for him. He's getting up Psystorm, getting up a Warp Prism, maybe to load those High Templar in. But MC sees that Kiwian is crossing the map. He's got to be ready for this push, and with Psystorm, he really should be ready for this warping and zealots and whatnot. Kiwian's tech, keep in mind, guys, was very far delayed, so the MC has had time to prepare for this. But look at this Medivac drop once again, similar to the last game, going to be getting a lot of damage, and there's only 2 zealots in position for MC. He's got to deal with this army. Widowmines have been baited out. It seems they're going to be getting shut down. Kiwian's going to be routed here. However, this drop in the main base getting a fair bit of damage done. Retreating to this position. Zealots are doing their best. They've got decent upgrades, so they're swiping through these Marines, but still a fantastic choke for Kiwian. These Zealots will eventually clean everything up. They're +2 attack, really shredding through those Marines, and MC is actually going to be counter-pushing here. And he's got these Stalkers. High mobility blinks after. That is so ballsy. However, High Templar, a sentry coming on in. More Zealots have been warped in. But, yeah, here we see, these Zealots, I believe they came from that location on the left. Force field's going down. Third base has been forced off. Kiwian's economy taking a beating. These Widowmines getting picked off. 22 SCVs have gone down already. MC has got a few more Psystorms in the hopper. Another storm goes down. Kiwian's army really starting to wear thin. His Marauders are all just getting destroyed. GG. MC ties it up 1-1. Oh man, what a sick game number 2. This series really delivering. This is why we're having a rematch, guys. Thanks so much to everyone tuning on in today. I hope you guys are enjoying the matches. Alright. We'll wait to find out what the next map is, but we already have a series on our hands. It's going to be Blue Shift. Red Rider BB Gun subscribing 3rd month in a row. The Boss Toss, he says. Okay, so we'll get into the next map, which is Blue Shift. Looks like you guys are enjoying these matches, which definitely makes it worth it. Yeah, thanks so much to everyone for tuning on in. Yeah, checking out that match arena really does help the events. We definitely want to use all the codes at least, as that's part of the prize pool. Okay, both players are ready, so we're going to load on in. This is best of 9. These first two maps have really delivered. This is a great series. But here we are, we're loading into the next game. I'm going to be honest, guys, I think I may have thrown my voice out a little bit in that first match. I felt something go, but spawning down the bottom left-hand side of the map, it's MC the Boss Toss. And spawning up in the top right-hand side of the map, it is Kiwian, aka Top. MC, once again, that very, very early probe scout, wanting to make sure there's no shenanigans or anything like that going on. And oh, look at this. This is interesting. Proxy barracks going down for Kiwian, just slightly proxied. Wanting to throw MC off. MC gonna come on into the main base. See that barracks isn't in position. He opens up Cybercore every game though, so I imagine he's not gonna be too thrown off. But look at this. Instead of checking for the barracks, he just decides to be a pain. Thinking maybe that he's not gonna be able to find the barracks or anything. All right. So probe for MC, not even looking for this barracks, and it's interesting out at Kiwian. He's going to be going for a fast factory. It looks like you cut the Reaper, you make just the Marine to have the extra gas to go for the fast factory behind this. MC will see the factory on the way, of course. The Marine rallying into the main base to shut down any probes or anything like that. All right, factory on the way. Ow, what? What? Guys, double factory out of Kiwian. All right, this show match, this is fantastic. Look at this though. Kiwian going for a double factory. MC getting up his Twilight on one base. Really respecting the potential aggression. Red Reiner BB gun, by the way, gifted a sub to Salavant, which is really awesome. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. But Kiwian, oh my god, this build, this is insane. Double factory? Is this going to be like Hellion Cyclone? A Dark Shrine's on the way for MC behind this, by the way, guys. So these guys are both one-basing it. Barracks is flying across the map, so this is going to be Cyclone. Actually, Widowmine. Okay, this is so sick, guys. Widowmines are pretty cheap. To pair them with a Cyclone, this could be really brutal. Now, the thing is, DTs versus a one-base Terran without a Raven, they're pretty darn good. So yeah, cheese versus cheese. MC's cheese is sort of in response. Probe's going to fly on in, sees the Cyclone, which is very important for him. Going to be getting up a shield battery in his main base to buy time. Shield batteries are very good at just that. So this game, I don't even know. I'm not even going to try and predict what's going to happen. But yeah, now we see Kiwian, he's moving across the map, got these Widow Mines. MC, though, holding the top of a ramp. Ramps are very good defensive tools. He's got to wait for this barracks to fly across the map before he can lock on and start shooting from the low ground, really. And suddenly, Dark Shrine going to be finishing up relatively soon, and DTs getting into Kiwian's base could really just be checkmate coming out of MC. There's going to be one scan, but I mean, a DT in each location really shuts this down, and eBay's already on the way. Okay, this is so smart for Kiwian. He can always throw up a defensive or an offensive turret. One of those mines is going to be baited out, going to be getting shot down, but these Stalkers doing their best to push this barracks back. 2 DTs warping on in. This eBay, while it's getting up, wasn't super quick or anything, so no turrets coming out. A DT on the main front here. Widowmine going to be getting picked off to start things off. Kiwian's going to be getting routed right now. DT chased him down, but suddenly there's these DTs working on him. They want to try and get into this base. Kiwian, he doesn't have a scan, but Oh, is this supply depot going to get repaired? It's actually not, so DTs are getting into the main base. This is actually so huge for MC. Going to focus down that turret. Another turret's building in the main base, but I don't know if it's going to get up. This could actually just be checkmate with these DTs. This is some... We don't see this too often, guys. DTs just sort of checkmating someone and just winning the game outright like we used to, but these DTs there didn't commit onto that turret. Looks like he's just going to settle for working away on the tech. Going to kill off another supply depot from the looks of it. Forcing out the scan. This is actually pretty darn good for MC than just teching behind this, so I think he may kind of have checkmated top here. One of the DTs will escape, the other is going to go down, but there we go. That's that scan done for. Supply depot going to burn down. Supply blocking Kiwian. Other DT just comes on in once again. MC kills off that DT, can now get the add-on. I think we need to see like a starport start for a potential Raven, but no more turrets have been getting built for Kiwian. Suddenly, what does he have going for him? The answer really is nothing. More Widow Mines are waddling across the map, but they're not going to help. So Kiwian's in a lot of trouble until he gets up this starport. MC has bought himself a tremendous amount of time. He's got Blink on the way. This DT preventing the Cyclones from moving out. Oh, this is fantastic for MC. We're seeing that starport go on up. Kiwian, he's just tucked into his main base. He doesn't really have any options. There's a massive minefield out here, and MC really has to respect that. But, oh, look at this, a turret going up offensively. Barracks going to be getting worked on. Stalkers pushing that back. An offensive turret, so Kiwian really plans on giving it after this, but MC, he's bought himself so much time, and he's going to have Blink Stalkers, which are pretty darn good versus Cyclones. 6 Widow Mines, make no mistake, is really going to help on out, but suddenly we see MC, ooh, got a Blink on out. Going to be able to pick off one of those Widow Mines. Got to really respect these other ones. Ooh, got to be careful. Doing a good job so far, but 4 Cyclones are going to be rolling on up, and these Widow Mines, the most important thing they're going to do is going to prevent offensive blinking. This Observer going to be able to allow these mines to be spotted. One of these Cyclones gets locked, eats a few shots. Staying alive, though. Retreating back MC. He's just got so much mobility with these Stalkers, though. Most of these Widow Mines going to be getting shut down. These Cyclones getting pushed back. Yeah, GG. MC takes it, guys. GG. Okay. So, MC takes the 2-1 lead. Izzy Uio saying, hello, LaughNgamez, just tuning in. I did mention that I'd try and get in the Laser SOS show match to happen at some point, guys. I can't say anything about that just yet. That was more of just an idea, but we'll see. We'll see if that ever comes. But no, thanks so much to everyone for tuning in. Kiwian's next map's going to be Acid Plant. Guys, what I'm mainly curious about is this going to go into... is this going to go in so that Frost is played, which is one of the maps? Thanks so much to everyone for tuning in and supporting the channel and whatnot. Make sure to check me out at !caster. I tweet out sometime mainly about Starcraft 2, as it is pretty much just a Starcraft 2 Twitter account for me, but so I tweet out about matches, I tweet out about everything else. Need a Roddy show match. If you're ever down for that, Roddy, just let me know. You got beef with someone? Or S, sarcasm, alright. But no, thanks so much to everyone for tuning in. We're going to be getting into game number 4, just making sure both these players are ready. And they are indeed, so we'll get into it. These have been some scrappy matches. Roddy versus Pig Caster show match. I think that's going to be happening possibly in the Casters, in the Q-Lash Casters tournament. Maybe that'll be the finals, who knows. All right. But here we are. It's a best of 9. Spawning down the bottom right-hand side of the map, it's MC the Boss Toss. And spawning up in the top left-hand side of the map, it's Kiwian, aka Top. So it's Acid Plant. It's a map from last season. So both these guys should somewhat know about this map. And I mean, I know Kiwian was very active. I think MC, he came back towards the end of the season, halfway through it. It's Clash, not Q-Lash. All right. Okay, but yeah. I mean, this is a rematch, guys. So, Top managed to take it 5-3 in the last one. So, MC, maybe reversing things a little bit. We'll see. Once again, moving out with that very early probe scout. Likes to know what's going on. That was a pretty crazy build coming under Top. Double factory off one base. That was some real shenanigans, and MC shut it down appropriately. Probe just seeing everything's normal. Gonna hang on around. We'll see. I mean, all these games have been so scrappy between these guys. Cybercore going up for MC. He really likes that Cybercore first, and really can't blame him. SCV moving across the map. Probe getting shooed away as well. Top is scouting out this time. He, I believe he neglected the SCV scout in game number 2. But yeah, just coming on in here. Gonna see the Cybercore first. Nexus gets up. SCV sees it, turns around right away. So, factory on the way for Top. Stalker coming out for MC, not opting for an Adept this time. But look at this. Probe's hanging around, maybe a little bit suspicious. Actually, it's going to run on in from the looks of it. Reaper's staying back at home for Top. Though, so this probe, unfortunately for MC, is going to be running towards its death. Immediately turns, but he's not going to get away. Not going to be able to make it to his Stalker friend. There's no bunker on the way, so we'll see what the Stalker's able to get done. As this is a very quick Stalker for MC. Followed up by another Stalker and another one being queued up. MC gonna work away on these Marines. Eventually the Stalker will win out, but Kiwian gets the command center up, can just retreat to the high ground. A Widow Mine on the way as well, a Starport on the way. And with the excess production of Stalkers, MC getting up a Twilight Council, so we'll see if that does lead into the Blink. One Marine getting focused down. Kiwian pushing out there, wants to burrow this mine at the front. MC, look at this though, so ballsy. Stalkers are actually just going to get on in here. Oh my god, is MC just going to get on in with 2 Stalkers and really hurt Kiwian? So far he's killed off a few units, killed off 3 Marines. Just bypass that Widow Mine, but the problem is for MC, these units kind of are locked in here. Gonna want to try and get maybe some more SCVs. Gonna possibly get that Reaper as well after picking off a Marine, just trading it with some SCVs. This is going pretty nice for MC. Kiwian taking a fair bit of damage already. More SCVs being pulled off the line. This is a nice bit of damage for MC just for these few Stalkers. They, of course, will get cleaned on up. Grenade going down as well. Reaper working away on this last Stalker, but MC, good control so far. Not going to be able to get the Reaper, but 5 SCVs going down to that opening, and there's not much more tilting for Terran than something like that happening. Kiwian, unfortunately for him, taking a fair bit of damage early on in this game. Now, of course, Cloak on the way for Kiwian. He had a lot of success in game number 2, I believe it was. MC already getting up a Robo though, getting up Blink. Blink, a very powerful defensive tool. Reaper. Just scouting on out for Kiwian. No Stargate or anything on the way, though. MC just playing a pretty defensive Protoss style for now. Getting up a shield battery at the front, got all of his Stalkers up. We'll see if he does push out with the Stalkers and the Observer, maybe. But for now, though, just staying on 2 bases, getting pretty comfy. We'll see what else he techs into. But the damage he got done in the early game was very nice versus Kiwian. Banshee flying on it into the main base. The one observer is just out of position. Another one's on the way already, though. And Kiwian actually just turns and heads on out. MC is moving across the map now with these stalkers. There is a siege tank. There is a bunker, though. There's going to be 2 tanks as well, so I'm not sure MC is going to be able to push. There's not really a lot of room to blink in. I don't even think stalkers can really blink in on this map. It's been a while, forgive me if I'm wrong. I think they may just be able to at one spot, but I'm not sure if MC is going to be doing that. Stalkers are pushing in, though, but not able to find too much. But yeah, there we go. I think MC can just blink across this. Don't quote me on that. I mean, there's the supply depot blocking. I think stalkers can just make it across on here, right? It's been a while since I've been on this map. Now here comes in the 2 Banshees actually at the natural. This is going to get a lot of damage done for Kiwian from the looks of it. 6 workers going down so far. The Banshees going to snap off a few probes, head on out from the looks of it. But there we go. Yeah, a few stalkers do cross the bridge there. Raven tanks having to reposition. Kiwian taking a bit of damage. He's going to be able to pick off the observer perhaps, which would be a nice move. It does get that, and all the stalkers blink out. So now I'm not sure MC can return that way. Banshees got 8 probes while this was going on, so that's a nice bit of damage for Kiwian. Banshees getting 3 more probes. They actually do get out as well, which is very nice. 2 Banshees. Definitely good as they are able to one-shot probes through the shield battery healing, but MC, that sort of poke didn't get too much done. Kiwian, a solid defense. And then a bit of counter damage with the Banshees, so suddenly found himself not in a terrible situation. I mean, he's already getting into his +1 attack. MC's getting his 1-1 on the way, so these guys both getting up their upgrades. MC's getting up charge behind this. And then we'll see. I mean, Banshees are coming on home. Stalkers are pushing Kiwian. MC trying to get any little thing he can with these high mobility stalkers. Scan goes down. Observer gets picked off. Nicely done for Kiwian. Banshees actually going to be able to push back the stalkers now that that observer went down. MC, ooh, eats a tank shot. Actually loses a stalker or 2 there. But MC back at home does have up his 3rd base, however his probe count has fallen significantly. He's investing in a lot of gateways, getting up into Mortal, so it's possible he may just want to go for a big push versus Kiwian. It's like Overlock. Pardon me on the pronunciation there, hosted with 46 viewers. Thanks so much for the host, and welcome everyone to the stream. But alright, getting back into this game. Templar Archives on the way. MC now going back into probing, so going to try and get that economy back on par with Kiwian's. Now Mules dropping at this base as Kiwian freshly securing it. Stalkers eating a tank shot, getting pushed back though. MC, he's getting into Psystorm, but look at this Banshee coming into the 3rd base once again. It actually doesn't have much energy to cloak, but still getting 2 probes. Nicely done. And Kiwian's already planning on getting up a 4th base while this is gone. The main thing to notice here is that Kiwian, he's sort of, in this series, his base management seems to be a little bit better than MC's. MC's got these few holes, the Banshees and things getting a bit of damage done, and MC just really making things happen with his sort of very smart aggressiveness, for lack of better words. His very smart aggressiveness and just his very good control and everything. Whereas Kiwian, he just seems to be very content to macro. That is that's something that Kiwian is very, very good at. Just getting up a good economy, going for a nice bit of bio there. Now Psystorm on the way for MC. He's getting into his 2-2. Kiwian getting up his +2 weapons, but Ghosts are already on the way for Kiwian. He's getting into his 4th base already. MC is going to see this. He might be a little bit disheartened seeing that your Terran opponent has up a 4th base before you do. So the damage that Kiwian did to the economy, and then just MC not quite macroing maybe as strong as he should be. He sees the 4th base of Kiwian, tries to start his own, but Marine's going to have something to say about that. So MC going to have to clean up that Marine before he can start up his own 4th base. And we could be having a bit of a late game here, as Kiwian not really pushing on out. Gonna be going over to kill off that Zealot. Raven's building up a lot of energy as well, which is important to keep eye on if there's ever a fight. I would like to see that get repaired though. Now MC getting into his 2-2. Kiwian did start his +2 armor, so these guys will be heading into equal upgrades. Dark Shrine on the way. So yeah, these guys really macroing up now. Kiwian does have the stronger economy for the time being. He's got the mules on his side. He's got the faster 4th base. MC's 4th base is getting up, so he'll be able to eventually be on a good economy. And eventually, the longer a game goes, the sort of more the players sit back, the earlier economic advantages aren't as big. But suddenly we see Kiwian's looking to push on in. He's got siege tanks. Raven picks off that observer, which is nice. And MC, he may not be having the time to sit back for now, as Kiwian, on his very own strong economy, is now looking to put the aggression onto his opponent. And MC, he has a lot of Blink Stalkers. He's got High Templar. I'm not sure what he's supposed to do here. I think it would be nice if we saw a Warp Prism from him, load some of those High Templar up into that Prism. And when I say some of the High Templar, he's got 12. Oh my god, MC. MC, the madman. Now, these Stalkers, trying to buy as much time. Anti-armor missile goes down, gets a nice connection there. Gonna really prevent MC from pushing on in here. Ghosts as well, anti-armor missiles and EMPs. Oh, Ghosts actually get force fielded out. High Templar gets picked off though. MC loses a High Templar. He's got so many. Where are the rest? There's some in that 3rd base, some in the main base. He's just busy trying to hold on to his 4th base. It looks like Kiwian's actually going to go for it. Psystorm's going down. Kiwian maybe a little bit over-ambitious here. Another Psystorm going to need to be dropped. MC, he has a lot of units that aren't in this fight. I mean, he's got 11 High Templar somewhere, but there's really only just 1 in this fight, so he's going to have to bring some more of those units around. Warping in more Zealots. This fight wasn't terrible. I mean, Kiwian really committed here, and these Zealots and Force Fields actually going to be able to push him back. Kiwian committed without his Siege Tanks, so maybe being a little bit impatient. But for now, MC coming forward, more Psystorms dropping, Morphs and Archon. He's still got another 8 High Templar that are all just staying back, building up energy. More Zealots are warping in for MC right now. Taking a pretty good fight, it looks like, though. And here comes the rest of the High Templar from the back. Going to be able to sandwich this army from the looks of it. Psystorm's going to be dropping. Kiwian deciding to retreat. But oh my god, so many Psystorms. Feedbacks going down in the Medibacks. MC really able to push this army back. EMP goes down on some of the High Templar, but they've already dropped so many Storms. Feedback storm going down. MC able to rout this army of Kiwian, manages to hold on. Now Kiwian, he's got to sort of come back, just make sure that he doesn't die to this. We'll see if MC counter pushes. He doesn't have too much to push with though, and these High Templar actually getting focused down. Looks like all the storms being used there, Archons being morphed in. MC pushing in with just a handful of Stalkers and this one Archon for now. We'll see if he can trade on out, but I think he may have to retreat for now. More Stalkers have been warped in though. And he really may just be wanting to press the issue. He's got 7 High Templar as well sitting somewhere. He's got his 3-3 on the way, and it's actually just about to pop, which will really help out MC. Kiwian has his own on the way, but it is delayed a little bit. Now, ship weapons on the way for Kiwian, getting up an extra starport, maybe planning on going into heavy Liberator production. Both these guys are still in a very strong economy, keep in mind. This is 4 base versus 4 base. We'll see if one of them expands soon. But for now, Kiwian just trying to rebuild his army after... I think that was a little bit of over-aggression there, pushing into MC like that. I mean, trying to commit onto a Protoss who's got Psystorm is always a risky thing. Now, here we see MC just continuing on with his production, warping in more High Templar, getting up another Nexus, so he's going to be the one to expand again. But look at this, Kiwian going for a drop. He had a lot of success in the other games with these drops. Now, MC... going to be forced to respond to this. Kiwian will have to boost on out of there. Stalkers blink forward. Medivacs will escape though. So getting 4 probes, getting on out, every bit definitely helps. Now here, MC going for his own counter damage. Going to run right on in. Widowmine's going to connect with these Zealots though. Force them back. Fusion Core on the way for Kiwian. So going to be able to get advanced ballistics for Liberators. And that really makes positional play for the Protoss harder. Now, MC, though, maybe looking to push into this 4th base of Kiwian. Now, breaking a planetary is always a risky thing, making that decision to commit on in. However, if these High Templar can get storms on this planetary, and not really on the planetary, but on the SCVs potentially repairing it, that's really what MC's going to want. May just be pressing the Or sort of poking into Kiwian now, not necessarily going to commit, but look at this. Kiwian coming across. Is he going to try and cut this army off? MC is really out here on the map with this force. And what else does he have? He has a lot of High Templar. EMP is going down on a lot of these. Most of the High Templar are actually going down, and suddenly MC really out of position right now. He's got a few cannons, Zealots warping in to buy time, but Kiwian really committing on in. The rest of this army's coming back. A few Stalkers, or a good number of Stalkers and Archons pushing on in. Feedback goes down on this, but Kiwian, a nice play there, picking off a fair few High Templar. Storms blanketing this army, though. Oh my god, the Storms going down on this force. Kiwian getting pushed back, but the damage MC did with those storms was absolutely huge. Oh my god, that was so much damage getting done by Kiwian. 3-3, gonna be finished up for Kiwian, so he'll be equal on upgrades, but MC 5 probes on the way at a time. Figures he wants a boost in his economy. Getting up his robotics facility, his robotics bay, he can start teching into Colossus. Colossus tech swaps are no jokes, but no joke, by the way, guys. As suddenly the Terran, who's been so committing onto Ghosts, could be in trouble from that very mobile AoE. Kiwian getting a nuke on the way, so he's maybe going for some style points at this point. I'm not really sure how effective nukes are going to be. I mean, nukes, they can pick off cannons, things like that, pull MC apart. And I mean, yeah, we'll see what he's able to get done. MC, though, chasing a Liberator for now. 5th base is floating over for Kiwian. This may be one of those, oh, I hope he doesn't spot at 5th bases, but MC is heading right towards it, so he must have caught wind of this, but yeah, there we go. This 5th base is going to be getting shut down hard. Kiwian, he's got another base on the way, but he is at that point in which he's starting to mine out. Eventually, you do want to secure another base, and we'll see where he chooses to expand. I think defensively, this location is the best one, as it's sort of an extension of the rest of your bases. You're still just defending as many points, but yeah, Kiwian, I mean, he's maxed out. MC, pretty close to max out. He's got these Ghost Liberators. Getting into +3 ship weapons, which will really help him out. But look at this, MC is producing some Colossus right now. Liberator harassment going down, which is very nice for Kiwian, and he's actually just coming right on in. High Templar are at this base, but these ones do not have Storm. MC has a lot of High Templar still. 8 High Templar out on the map, but he is going to lose his base. Kiwian sort of bites a chunk out of MC. Liberators are set into position, and Protoss has to be very sure before engaging into this many Liberators. MC eating a few shots from these Liberators. Pushing into this ramp will be risky if he decides to do so. Ghost stepping forward. Kiwian landing some good EMPs. There's really only a few High Templar with Storm energy, but MC's going to try and break this anyway. He's pushing through right now. He's got the Colossus for AoE as well. Ghosts. EMPs have landed, but this army is going to be forced back. Kiwian forced to retreat. MC taking a very nice fight. Now, MC did want to take a good fight, though, because his 5th base was shut down, so his economy not so great anymore. Both these players really on 4 bases. Once again, Kiwian actually changes direction with these medivacs, but this may leave him vulnerable to the counterattack. MC going to be pushing on in. We'll see if he tries to break this location. There's Liberators. SCVs are actually being pulled. Kiwian realizing how serious this is. More Liberators getting set up. There's not too many Stalkers here, and meanwhile, this drop going off at the 3rd base. We'll see what Kiwian's able to get done with this, but MC pushing on in still. There's a few Liberators set up, but of course MC able to bounce around those now, just diving into the natural. Kiwian gonna have to try and make a hold maybe in his main base. It's a bit of a base trade, but I don't think Kiwian really has the stuff to make that happen. And now, yeah, more Liberators getting set up. Kiwian, he's got production back at home, but I'm not sure it's enough to deal with what MC has. The counter damage he's getting done is really just not enough. DT is being warped in to shut down this drop. And suddenly Kiwian in a lot of trouble. MC able to push on into his main base. Liberators are getting set up to try and stifle this army, but when there's this many Colossus, this many Protoss units in your base, and you're hiding at the back of your base with no other prospects on the map, you're really in trouble if you are Kiwian. I mean, if there's a chance he can force this army back, he hasn't taken too much damage. Both these guys not on the best economies, but look at that, MC picking off a Liberator in every unit really matters for Kiwian. He's lost 38 SCVs. The economy, all things considered, are pretty equal. This one Liberator's got a lot of work to do for shutting this down. Another Liberator is going to be popping on out as soon as possible. But look at this MC. He just knows he's got the positioning for now. Another Liberator popping out can get set up perhaps. Push this back, but time really not on Kiwian's side. High Templar killing a refinery while this is going on. This has been such a scrappy series so far. But it's looking pretty good for MC to take himself a 3-1 lead. Yeah, Liberator getting set up to try and push this army back. Kiwian, if he can retake his main base, there's always a chance. And he's actually going to be committed on in here. Marauder's going to do their best. One of the Colossus has gone down. The Liberator's repositioning. Is there going to be enough to force us back? There's a fair few Marauders on the ground. Archon going to get picked off, but nah, that's everything. GG. MC takes the 3-1 lead. All right. Thanks so much to everyone for tuning on in today. It's a best of 9, so MC still needs to win 2 more maps, but... All right, no. Yeah, thanks so much. Kiwian going to be able to choose the next map. MC just playing very well. All right, while we are figuring out the next map, though, guys, please do check out that !match Reno. You can get the replays for the event. If you have a Twitter, you can support it for free, but most importantly, we want to use all those codes. The code is GAMES10. You click on the link, you sign in with your Twitch, you type GAMES10. And then, yeah, you add 50 cents to the prize pool for free. It helps fund these events. And Sarah Fall going to be the next map for Kiwian. Humble Coder. So I've been away for almost a year. When did Templar get an attack? It's nothing too serious to talk about, but it does prevent those High Templar from wandering as far forward as they used to. Forgive me if I pronounce this wrong, but Ganoi with the 100 bits. Thank you so much for supporting the event. Yeah, guys, pretty much anything that comes of this Twitch channel usually just goes right back into the events. We'll make sure both these players are ready, but we are in the lobby for the next match. Yeah, Kiwian not gonna want to be at a 4-1 deficit. So this next map is really important for him. LizTube saying, "Hey, I just tuned in. Did I miss too much?" It's currently 3-1 in the series for MC. But it's a best of 9, so at least there's another few maps to be played. Alright, it's a best of 9. This man spawning in the bottom left-hand side of the map recently returned to the Starcraft 2 scene. It's the Boss Toss MC. And spawning up in the top right-hand side of the map, it's Kiwian. Odin Frycook, you gotta mute your mic while you take a drink. I do apologize about that. If you guys are enjoying the matches, I do a fair few show matches and other streams on this channel, so feel free to follow. There's been a fair few coming in, so thank you guys for that. But MC, once again, moving across the map, going for this probe scout. Kiwian hiding his barracks once more. Hereby just justifying MC's probe scout. Double gas on the way behind this. We'll see what he's going to do, whether it's going to be something like that crazy double factory we saw before. MC's actually scouting out on, oh my god. Oh no. Kiwian's barracks is going to be found. SCV is going to reposition itself, so it should be able to complete, but this is nice for MC, being able to know where this is. SCV being repositioned by Kiwian to make sure that this finishes. So it's not the biggest deal in the world for Kiwian, but it's definitely not nice having your proxy barracks be found. So a nice find for MC. A lot of Protoss don't ever end up finding where that barracks was placed initially. Supply depot going down. MC going to be a pain with his probe. SCV scouting out for Kiwian. Gonna see that it's a Cybercore on the way. Cybercore going up in the main base. MC got his double gas, so delaying his expansion. You generally don't take your Nexus quickly if you do see that your opponent is going for a double gas play. I see a few of you guys calling it in chat, saying that not having too much faith in Kiwian to win this game, but I mean, it's not that big of a deal that the barracks was scouted. It's just basically just a standard double gas play. Like these guys on similar economies, neither of them expanding just yet. Kiwian is getting up a tech lab, getting up a starport, so it's going to be a Widow Mine, which is interesting for the tech lab, of course. You don't need a tech lab to build a Widow Mine, so we'll see what he is going to eventually follow it up with. Okay, it's going to be the Drilling Claws. The fast Drilling Claws build. And guys, if you ever tune into my normal streams, you'll see a fair share of this build versus Protoss. And we'll see if MC's prepared to deal with something like this. Marine is going to be able to kill off that probe, which is nice for Kiwian. But yeah, it is going to be that fast Drilling Claws build coming out of top, and we'll see. Is MC going to be ready for it? It looks like he may start things off, say, with just like a normal drop with Medivacs. And right, it has to be the Drilling Claws. It's not like he's going to build a Thor here, I don't think. Armory's finished. There's that Drilling Claws starting up. Now, this isn't the fastest Drilling Claws in the world. But there we go, double mine drop, going to be moving on out. And we'll see how prepared for this is MC. Kiwian's expanding behind this. I think you probably want to get a bunker up at the front if you're Kiwian, just to make sure that you're safe from any potential counter pressure or anything like that. FJTV asking, what does Drilling Claws do? Looks like someone already answered you in chat, but Drilling Claws in the current patch, basically what it does is it makes the mines burrow very quickly, but it also makes them invisible after they fired. So sort of returning their pre-patch functionality to how it used to be. Widow Mines are going to drop here in the natural, but there's honestly not too many probes to find. Kiwian going to want to try and get out with these. There's no Blink, there's no Phoenix out just yet, so he should be able to. However, two Stalkers are getting into position here. Medivac going to have to hide at the back of this base. Probe comes on in. Kiwian going to want to clean that up perhaps. This probe's actually going to come on in here. Is it going to scout... No, it shouldn't be able to scout this. Scout the Drilling Claws on the way, but... Oh, 3 Oracles actually fly by. Oh, man. Kiwian, if he sees that, he's going to be a little bit concerned because MC has been building up this Oracle count, and he's now going into the main base. And 3 Oracles is a nightmare for an SCV line. Revelation goes down looking for any Widow Mines, but suddenly Kiwian's in a lot of trouble. SCV's having to run. There's going to be a turret finishing up, which may allow him to stay alive here. Or these SCVs, because those Marines I don't think could do it solo. Now, here comes in a drop. Drilling Clawed Mines going to be getting off a detonation there. 5 SCVs going down. MC not having as much time to split there. He's going to need a Revelation in order to clean these up. Looks like a recall going down. And now we'll see, are these other mines going to drop into this base? Yes, they are. And look at this Kiwian being so smart, splitting these mines up, so it's going to take multiple Revelations to clean them up. So, yeah, these Drilling Clawed Mines come into some effect. We're going to need to see another Revelation going out of MC, using a lot of energy. Other mine. Safely hidden, though. And we'll see if it repositions. Medivac will get cleaned on up. MC. As far as tech goes, getting up a Robo now. Just relying on the Stargate to do the heavy lifting. Widow Mine repositions, though. Gonna get one more probe, only one more probe. Unfortunately, not the best connection, but MC on a pretty low economy compared to that of Kiwian at this point. 25 probes to 31 SCVs. I mean, these mines have done work. Stimpack on the way for Kiwian. Getting up his standard tech behind this. Getting up a 3rd CC. MC, Twilight Council, Robo on the way, but he's just going to macro out of this. It is going to be kind of painful because his probe count significantly down. His third base going to be later than that of Kiwian. So with a fancy drilling claw build, Kiwian found himself a nice lead. Oh, okay, a robotics bay going to be the tech of choice for the Protoss player. And we'll see what he's going to build out of it, whether it will be Colossus or Disruptors. I don't think I've ever seen MC use Disruptors. Or if I have, it would have been a long time ago. Blink on the way for MC as well, helpful for shutting down aggression. Observer going to be crossing the map, but no third base from MC just yet, committing to this tech. Looks like Kiwian going to be going in for another mine drop. MC is very prepared to receive this though, so that Medivac going to actually go right on home, actually burrow one of the mines at that third base. Another Marine hanging out at the other potential location. MC, he's finished up his robo bay. I like how I have to click on the bay, because I always get it backwards to make sure. It's like, yes, that is indeed the robo bay finished up. And it is Colossus, the tech of choice. Now, Kiwian gets a very nice scan here. Of course, he doesn't know of his Disruptors, but MC has played Colossus previously in this series, so identifying that is very nice. If it's just one base Colossus, it's definitely feasible for the Terran to counter it with Vikings, and there we go, another starport on the way for Kiwian. Oracle's Phoenix still hanging around. MC got himself a nice little air fleet, but what they can actually get done is up for debate right now. Is this army for Kiwian moving out? He's looking to secure his third base. Oracles get a revelation on this army. Viking production has begun. Kiwian looking for a Widowmine drop. MC just now going to be securing his third base. Over that Widowmine, going to have something to say about that. Oracle's going to come on back to deal with this. Oh, Widowmine going to take out that probe, so MC going to have to send another one. Forcing out revelations from MC. This Medivac now going to be looking for something in the main base, and there's actually nothing here to defend this, so this is looking pretty good for Kiwian. Going to be boosting on in. Widowmines are going to unburrow. These things burrow very quickly. MC pulling the probes, but not having much time to react. However, 4 probes going down. Kiwian. Medivac will be shut down. Yeah, it's definitely going down. Mines will reburrow to at least force out another revelation. MC does have an observer, or 3 observers somewhere, but they're all just coming back now. I've also noticed MC hasn't been using that surveillance mode. Yeah, but just the economy for MC this game, he's getting up to a strong army, like he's getting a Templar Archives on the way, so he'll have Storm. Colossus are definitely no joke, but Kiwian's been building up a Viking count. Gonna be heading into his 5th Viking. 4th and 5th Viking. Upgrade-wise, he's gonna have himself a nice lead. Oracle's coming on in here, getting forced back by these Vikings. And just the economy, like MC's on 43 workers, just getting up his third base. The damage has really been done by Kiwian earlier on in this game. And just macroing up, it seems like this is going to be a tough position for the boss toss. He's getting into Psystorm, which is so important because these Colossus are eventually going to be getting shut down. I think this is actually like a point for MC in which you start making Disruptors, right? Because Kiwian's already thinking about that High Templar production, getting into a Ghost Academy. But Disruptors are neither countered by Vikings nor Ghosts. So maybe, we'll see. But Kiwian planning up a drop right now. MC has got pretty good vision, but I don't believe he sees that moving out. Ooh, Stasis Ward catching a few units. More importantly, giving MC vision of what's coming his way. Looks like an Oracle gets shut down. Kiwian move it in here. He's got a large chunk of bio. He's up 50 supply. And this is a lot of bio right now. MC does have Colossus. He's going to have Psystorm, though. So it's really going to come down to these spells, I feel. And Kiwian having to retreat right now. Ooh, his army actually split up a little bit. So bleeding off a fair few units. He's got himself a nice upgrade lead for the time being. Meanwhile, this drop in the main base. Okay, this is getting the damage done. MC, once again, vulnerable to these drops. And oh man, his forge is getting focused down. If he loses one, there we go. That armor and upgrade lead being extended by Kiwian. High Templar going to go for some Psystorms, morph into an Archon, so this should be shut down by MC, and it will be. The drop getting shut down, but 8 probes go down to an already low economy of MC. Kiwian securing up a 4th base while this is going on. MC's producing Immortals, I guess, just because he figures that doesn't want to be committing to more Colossus when there's a pretty high Viking count, and there is a very high Viking count. 11 Vikings out for Kiwian. Also got +1 ship weapons. And so it's really going to be about the Psystorms and Ghost EMPs for the time being. How many Ghosts does Kiwian have out? He's got 4 out on the map. A lot of them just popping out. The main thing is, though, he's on such a better economy than that of MC. MC getting up some cannons in his main base, a little bit concerned about these drops. He's got a High Templar and Archon in position, though. Kiwian's drops have got a lot of damage done this series. MC building up in supply. I mean, you can never underestimate there's always a chance for a Protoss with Psystorm, but Kiwian has himself a very significant lead right now. Vikings to deal with the Colossus. It really does come down to whether these EMPs will land, though. MC only got 2 High Templar with this army, though. Kiwian going to go for it. There goes lots of EMPs. 1 or 2 Psystorms go down, but that's it for Psystorm. And suddenly this army is being pushed back, and what is it? A bunch of Stalkers versus this much bio. MC is forced to retreat. Back at home, MC does have a ton of High Templar. Our drop's actually being shut down at this 3rd base. Very good defense. Kiwian's rushing towards MC's side of the map. A 4th base is building. Scan goes down. High Templar all getting EMP'd and picked off. Vikings moving forward. Oracle's getting picked off. Lots of Psystorms going down on these Ghosts, but that's a lot of the Psystorm used up. MC has 1 more High Templar hanging around. He's going to need some money storms right now, and he may actually get it. There goes down a fantastic Psystorm on the Terran army. Vikings have landed, adding a lot of damage to this army, though. Archon's actually getting caught on them, and suddenly MC really just says Stalkers, and while this is a very red Terran army, very overstimmed, I'm not sure the Stalkers are up to the task. Kiwian, with his 2-2 upgrades, able to push right on through, and I'm not sure the Boss Toss is going to have what he needs to deal with this. His 4th base is cancelled, but can Kiwian push in and basically take the game? Zealots are going to try and close the distance with the upgrades, though. Kiwian really just melting through this. GG, Kiwian puts another one on the board. Okay, so MC is going to have the map pick now as it is the loser pick as we are working through this. All right, thanks so much to everyone for tuning on in today, though. Seeing a few follows coming on in, and I do appreciate that. You guys can check out all the commands and everything in the chat. Most importantly, though, make sure to check out that Matcherino with !Matcherino. As basically what that does is you can support the event for free. Use the code GAMES10. There's also the Twitter quests. You guys may hear me hammering on those Twitter quests. Like right now, you can add $1.50 to the prize pool for free if you have a Twitter account, just by following some Twitter accounts. And that really helps support the events. All right. Thanks so much to everyone for tuning on in, though. These matches really delivering, though. All right, we'll find out what the next map is. Awesome to see so many of you guys tuning into these show matches. Next map is going to be Stasis. Thank you guys so much for the follows. Great to see. We'll just make sure everyone's ready, but then we'll get on into the next map. Can Kiwian tie it up? Or is MC going to extend his lead? Both players are ready, so we're going to get on into the game. Okie dokie. It's a best of 9. Currently got himself a 3-2 lead, spawning up in the top right-hand side of the map. It's MC the Boss Toss. And spawning up in the top left-hand side of the map, it's Kiwian, aka Top. So we'll see what the builds are coming out of these two guys. MC has been very consistent with his early probe scout. Guys, I'm just excited. Like, I see you guys are talking about this map and Stasis. Seems like there's a lot of discussion and strong feelings about this map, but since it's a best of 9 and there's only 7 ladder maps, we had to pick 2 more maps. One of them was from last season that was already played. Forgive me, the name escapes me for the moment. But the one other map we threw in there just for fun, that's been around a long time, it's Frost. And I don't know if either of these guys are going to pick that map. But figured that would be a fun one. Worker Scout's going to bump right on into each other. SCV moving on in for Top. Scouts the Cybercore. MC very consistent with that. Meanwhile, Top's probe, or SCV, pardon me, being a lot more respectful. MC's was looking for a little bit of blood, but the Reaper popping on out. We'll see if the Reaper's able to find it. Oh, it's gonna be close, but oh, MC throwing up a pylon right away. This is so close. Oh, this is unfortunate for Kiwian. Not checking out that high ground. What's MC going to be proxying? It looks like it'll be a Stargate, perhaps. And it is indeed a very close Stargate to his base. Is this Reaper going to find it, though? He's just sitting back at home for now. He was so close if he had just went up that ramp. This is so ballsy of MC proxying. Just like, I mean, proxies themselves are ballsy, but a few gateways going up as well. MC really committing to this one base. Stalker gonna poke and prod. Kiwian has a bunker up. Reaper's checking out. Kiwian's on full alert right now, but he has yet to see this proxy. He's unaware. It's going to be multiple gateways, most likely Mass Stalker and Oracle's pushing on in. But it's actually a Void Ray out of MC. Okay. So he's really committing to this. He's going to be doing the shield battery shenanigans. A Cyclone is on the way for Kiwian, which is very important for defending this. The Reaper, it's not found it. It's sort of like, it's gone everywhere but this location. Oh, this is so painful for Kiwian. Not aware of this. And he's scouting out too. He's so suspicious of this. Does he see the shield batteries? He doesn't even see the shield batteries just yet. This is really painful. Probe's gonna go on down. Stalkers are revealed. Kiwian, he's Reaper. He sees there's no natural base. He knows he's getting hit with heavy aggression, but suddenly a Void Ray shows up into your base and you're a very unhappy camper. Siege tank's on the way. Cyclone's gonna want to lock onto this Void Ray to push it back. Any bit of damage you get done to it is very nice, however. The lock-on gets broken. Now suddenly Kiwian, he's got to be thinking, how do I deal with this? I think you may need to get another bunker up if you're Kiwian. He's pulling SCVs already. Going to be putting those on repair onto that bunker. You cannot afford to lose this bunker if you're Kiwian. A fleet beacon on the way for MC, so planning on getting into Tempest behind this. Vikings on the way. So MC, he's been paying attention to some of the more current cheeky Protoss players. This Void Ray, not able to really break this at all. The tank repositioning here. Now it's 2 Void Rays. Sharking around for anything they can get. Siege tank firing away. Shield batteries, keeping these units from losing any real health. Viking production being consistent for Kiwian, but look at this. These shield batteries are actually going to get worked away on this siege tank. Picking off one of them with the Cyclone's help. Oh yeah, and there we go. MC, he's going into Tempest behind this, but he's being forced back, not able to make anything happen just yet, and Kiwian's defense is looking pretty good so far. MC is expanding behind this, as his proxy really has failed. He's getting into Tempest, but he doesn't have any shield batteries or anything to defend this, so Kiwian can maybe push out after this. And Kiwian's building up a Viking count. He's got 2 Vikings. And in the current patch, I'm not exactly sure how many Vikings it takes to kill a Tempest. It really depends on the micro and everything, but the new Tempest are pretty darn weak without any shield batteries to heal them up. And suddenly Kiwian, he's broke this position. He's looking to expand, but MC's got Tempest on the way. So we'll see. I mean, there's just so many Marines. There's a Cyclone in, there's the Vikings. I'm not sure MC's going to be able to get anything done with this. And suddenly Kiwian's pushing on down. These units could actually be trapped inside MC's base. Like, look at this. Tanks are getting set up. I don't know if MC can escape without eating a shot. He does. Suddenly these Tempests going to be working away in this army. Okay, so far so good for MC. I mean, he definitely needs to get something done right now, though. Vikings working away on these Tempests. Cyclone locks on. If he can get one of the Tempests, that would be very nice for him. He doesn't quite, though. And these Void Rays actually pick off the Vikings. So is MC actually going to do it? Did Kiwian kind of underestimate this? Oh my god. This is looking pretty good for MC. Is Kiwian just dead here? Guys, I think Kiwian's in a bit of trouble. Trying to secure his low ground, but not able to hold on to it. Suddenly his command center going to be in trouble. He can't really afford to lose this CC. Okay, the 3 Tempest Void Rays are actually going to be able to kill off the command center there. That's a nice move. Double Widowmine production. Widowmines are actually going to be very key for Kiwian to hold this, but I think MC may actually have just done it. This was sort of like a bit of an odd time push, but Kiwian, he salvaged his bunker on the high ground. He moved down and really committed, but he was not prepared for this. He cut Viking production at 2 guys. SCVs are being pulled. A Widowmine is burrowing. The mines are going to be very useful, but look at this. MC sending Zealots forward to bait out the shots. 2 Vikings are out. Kiwian desperately trying to get out as many Vikings as he can, but even best case scenario behind this, he lost his base. Oh, and it looks like he's actually going to be losing some Vikings here, perhaps. Mass repair keeping him alive for now, but his Marine count's being whittled down. And there's 4 Tempest to 2 Vikings. GG, MC takes the 4-2 lead. Okay, well done by MC. Kiwian, I mean, I don't know how happy he's going to be about that. He really scouted out everywhere, but didn't identify that till later. He sort of held the first bit, but the second bit, he didn't quite like the second push. It was a bit on time, but he didn't have the tools to defend it. All right, next pick is going to be Kiwian's. He's currently down 4-2. And MC on match point. Thank you to everyone tuning in today. It's going to be Port Alexander for map number 7. Can Kiwian bring it back? MC. Looking pretty good. Thanks to everyone for tuning in today. I believe we've pretty much used all those codes, but I think we've got a few more actually to go. So make sure to check out that !matcherino, guys. Literally, you just type in a code, you contribute to the prize pool. It's very important we use all those codes, but MC is wanting a minute, actually, to step away for a second. So that's actually a perfect time for you guys to check out the Matcherino. See if I'm seeing a fair few follows coming on in. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel and everything. The goal is to fill up that bar by the end. Fill up that bar by the end of the month, by the new year. Okay, guys, we've got a minute, so we're gonna go full sellout here for a second. Well, not really full sellout. Full Matcherino promotion. Okay, hold on. All right, there we go. So basically, guys, this is the Matcherino page. A lot of you guys have already been supporting very nicely, which is great to see. We want to use all the codes. Basically, you type in games 10. I think we may have used all the codes, or I think there may be a few more left, we'll see. But anyway, yeah, that's basically all you do. You press contribute. The thing that I really want to stress, which is awesome, is basically you follow someone on Twitter, you add 20 cents to the prize pool. And between all those, even just checking out the Twitter accounts, it really helps support the events. It's basically free money for the tournament, which really helps out. But enough of that. Just showing you guys that since we got a second of downtime, but we will get back on into that. Alrighty, both players are ready, so we're going to get on into it. Thanks so much for tuning in. It's a best of 9. We're loading on in. Spawning down the bottom right-hand side of the map. He's down 2-4. It's top, aka Kiwian. And spawning up in the top left-hand side of the map under the ID Alarak, but really it's the boss toss. It's MC. Looking for some vengeance. For those of you guys unaware, this is a rematch show match. These guys played a best of 9 previously, and Top managed to take it 5-3. This one's looking a little bit better for MC so far. Probe moved across the map, that very early scout. Oh, look at this. A battle going on. Looks like Top going to be expanding normally this game. If we take a look at this. Just the one gas. So standard Reaper expand coming out of him, it seems. MC getting up his Nexus as well. So this is the most passive opening I think we've had from out of both these players. Kiwian's SCV out on the map. Looks like it's pathing home though. Oh, MC once again. Probe's looking in a bit of a nefarious position. Is it going to be a Stargate or anything? No, not throwing up a pylon, just hiding that out for the scout. But Kiwian's been very passive with his Reaper. Going to catch this probe. Nicely done. He doesn't. Oh, you got to finish that off, guy. Probe getting in a little bit further than it should have. An Adept on the way for MC behind this. And it is a Stargate for MC, but of course he never did throw up a proxy, just in his main base. Adept for MC is going to be getting caught by Kiwian. And it does go down, so that's a nice find for Kiwian. MC has 2 Adepts back at home, though, to defend from this. He's getting out an Oracle as well. Meanwhile, on top side of the map, he's getting up Widow Mines. Currently 2 out, another 2 being produced, so preparing for a potential drop, it looks like. Keeping these Widow Mines in his bases for defense for now. Meanwhile, the Oracle. Where'd that Oracle go? Staying back at home for MC for now. So pooling these up, he has committed to like 3 Oracles in a few of these games. Engineering Bay on the way for Top. Swapping over these structures as well. Possibly going to be a Cloaked Banshee, and it is. Ends up just with the factory back on the reactor, though. We'll see what he's going to make out of that. Getting up his barracks so he can start Stim Pack. But for now, just going for that Widow Mine drop. Got the Hellions, so maybe going to be looking to push in multiple locations. We'll see if MC is prepared for this or not. He's got a Phoenix and got double Oracle back at home, and he has been keeping them back at home, so he should be prepared for this. Kiwian's getting up a turret at his natural base, getting up his Cloaked Banshee behind this. Looks like this probe that was trying to get up to third base will maybe be taken out. Kiwian wanted to get that, but actually going to lose Reaper and a Hellion, but this drop's going into the main base. MC has to react to this. Just the one mine burrows at the natural. Oracle will clean that up. The other mine going to be dropping. MC's getting up his third base, though. Kiwian does see that. Has his own third command center on the way, so we could be heading into a pretty straightforward game. Some light harassment, nothing too crazy. Now, the Banshee is on the way out. And there she is, going to be flying towards the main base. We'll see if MC is prepared for this. It looks like he's planning on putting a bit of counter-aggression out. Revelation goes down on that. Wood-of-Mine Oracle's going to come on in. Phoenix lifts it up, but can't do too much besides that. Mine going to run on out. Will stay alive, but suddenly MC going to be putting on a bit of counter pressure to his opponent. 5 Stalkers, but I'm not sure that's enough to really push on in. And suddenly this Banshee. Banshees have been the enemy of MC this series. Flying on in, MC is not prepared. We'll see if maybe he recalls or something to get these units back to deal with this, but for now he's actually just going for the counter damage, and Top was not repairing his bunker, so actually going to be in a lot of trouble. He's retreating. Turret going to pick off one of the Oracles, another turret to work away on another one of the Oracles, but as far as units go, Top does not have too much. His command center at his natural, he's going to be completely forced off it. He's pulling a lot of SCVs into this, but he doesn't have too many units on the ground. His Banshee on MC's side of the map has got 5 probes, but I'm not sure that's enough. He's taken a lot of damage. This is looking pretty good for MC, who's on match point. Oh, just that bunker not being repaired was so huge, and suddenly just a handful of gateway units could be all that MC needs to kill his opponent. Yeah, few units popping out, but I'm not sure MC has... or Kiwian has enough. He's got Stim. The Cloak Banshee definitely going to help out. The Oracles are not on this side of the map, or I believe they actually all went down. Yeah, they did. So there's no Oracles. So this Banshee should, in theory, eventually be able to clean this up, force everything back. We do see a recall going down. Kiwian manages to stay alive, but he had his natural base lifted for a long time. He's going to have to transfer SCVs immediately. He's down on supply, down on workers. MC took a bit of damage to that Banshee, but not enough. Kiwian, he's got his +1 going for him, at least, which is something. He's getting out Medivac production. MC's getting cannons in all of his bases, being prepared for any more harassment. Yeah, this definitely does hurt Kiwian, though. We'll see if he floats over his 3rd base. He should be doing that relatively soon, I imagine. MC's getting out his 1-1, so eventually upgrades will tie up. Kiwian has an upgrade lead for now. He's building up a bit of bio. Looks like Banshee gonna get into the main base. Actually find a bit of an angle here. MC gonna lose a few probes. Nothing too major though. Shield Battery doing a good job keeping these units safe. Engineering Bay on the way. Armory on the way. So Kiwian planning on getting up more of his upgrades here. He's got a healthy amount of bio, so he probably should be poking his opponent a little bit. He's going for a double drop while this is going on as well. MC is getting up 7 gateways, which is no small amount of gateways. This drop is coming on in. MC not aware of this though, so this coming out of the shadow is going to be going right for the Twilight Council there. These Medivacs are going to be getting worked away, and this bio is going to trade out with the Stalkers nicely though. Looks like everything will be getting cleaned up though. Going to kill off a fair few Stalkers with this, so really trading out there. Shuts down the blink, which is very nice. And this is actually going to delay the 2-2 upgrades. MC getting double Twilight behind this, because he doesn't actually have charge or anything. MC doesn't have too many upgrades for his gateway unit. Shutting that down was very nice. Ghost Academy on the way for Kiwian. He's got up his 3rd base. And he's got a healthy amount of bio. I mean, if Kiwian knew that there was no upgrades out for MC or anything, he'd definitely be pushing, because stimmed bio versus unupgraded gateway units has a lot of potential for damage. Wood-of-Mine drop going towards the 3rd base. Those mines are going to burrow, and it looks like they're actually going to get some shots off. Some fantastic shots, actually. 11 workers going down. MC taking a fair bit of damage to that. He's now getting his 2-2 on the way. He's getting blink and charge. So the window for Kiwian to get any damage done is going to close. Ghost Academy on the way for Kiwian. And I mean, ghosts are pretty good versus charge lock compositions. Kiwian scanning. There's 2 observers. He gets one of them. Other observer just out of view though. That one also gets scanned, so shutting that down, very nice for Kiwian. MC still slightly up on supply, but Kiwian ahead on workers now. He's very constant with his SCV production. That's one of the things you can really respect about this Terran player. Just, he's got a very good macro game. He's not pushing into his opponent yet, though. So, I mean, the window really has closed at this point. Blink is almost done. Charge just about done. 2-2 on the way for MC. Both these players getting up there 2-2, though. But once there is that charge, this bio going to be a lot less effective. So, unfortunately for Kiwian, I mean, he knew he killed off the Twilight Council, but not deciding to push in after that. Maybe he could have got something done, you never know. Scans the army of MC, sees it. I mean, Bio can always kite back versus gateway units and charge lots, but this is a whole lot of charge lots for MC. It's 23 zealots. Kiwian even getting up a wall at this location, which I think is a very nice choice. If he can funnel these zealots into a bad engagement, it could be huge for him, but right now we're seeing MC's pushing on in. He's got sentry, so Kiwian really needs to respect this. He needs to respect the potential force fields going down. However, there's also these ghosts with their potential EMP. Observer gets scanned, which is nice for Kiwian. MC no longer has that vision. Not sure exactly where his opponent's positioning his army. Kiwian has a lot of Widow Mines as well. MC's army is looking pretty scary. It's really going to come down to the EMPs of Kiwian. However, I don't mind Bio versus this force of MC. If we can see some good EMPs go down, it could be fantastic for Kiwian. He's actually moving out right now. Maybe hoping to bait this army into a bad engagement. Ghosts are looking for some EMPs. They get some pretty good ones down, and now suddenly MC pushing in. A lot of Widow Mines are going off, though. Guardian Shield is popped for MC. Zealots are even being pulled into this. Kiwian really, or SCV is being pulled into this. Kiwian knows that he really needs to hold this, but the Zealot count really has diminished for MC, and suddenly it's a lot of stimmed Bio. Both these players on 2-2. The Archons are starting to be picked off here, and there we go. All the Archons gone. There's not too many Zealots. Does Kiwian have enough bulk to deal with this, though? His army is quite stimmed right now. He's pulled more SCVs into this. MC is reinforcing constantly. More and more SCVs are getting ready to be pulled into this. The Bio puts out good damage, however. It looks like it might just be wearing thin for Kiwian. He's stepping forward right now. The Immortals are getting picked on down. It's just Blink Stalkers for now. A lot of SCVs have died so far, though. Kiwian's being forced back. MC's pushing on in. Stalkers picking off some of these Immortals. EMPs are going down, but it looks like there might just be too much for MC right now. These Marauders are stimming, kiting back, doing the best they can. MC being constant with his reinforcements, though. It looks like Kiwian might just not have enough here. MC is pushing on in. This Bio is doing the best that it can. A blink forward goes down for MC. All the Zealots are pretty much gone at this point, but I'm not sure there's enough Bio. The army supply is actually pretty darn even, but these Zealots continuously rallying on in could really be what does Kiwian in right now. He's just kiting back, but his worker count has really diminished. He wasn't quite able to make that hold. More and more Zealots coming in. Widow Mines need to burrow. If they can get some good shots off, that could be what he needs to hold on. But even if Kiwian manages to hold on, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. His third base, these SCVs, those are critical SCVs. He's down to 24, and losing a few more is really going to hurt him. Kiwian producing everything that he can. MC just being continuous with his reinforcements. There's 3 Archons outside his base right now. Stalkers working away on this Widow Mine with that mine going down. Kiwian doesn't really have anything to keep this Protoss from engaging. Command Center moving forward, absorbing a few shots. Actually nicely done there on that, but not sure if that's intentional or not. Kiwian, he's in a world of trouble right now. More Zealots are warping in. He's trying to kite back. GG, MC takes it 5-2. All right. That was actually really impressive that MC managed to take it. Like, I thought that hold was looking really doable for him, but no. MC managed to push through. GG. Like, that was really impressive. I was honestly surprised that he managed to push in. So, MC getting his revenge. The first show match was a 5-3 win for Kiwian. And now MC gets his revenge, 5-2. But yes, thanks so much to everyone for tuning on in today.